that holds 1, 2, 3 families that you're going to live in. Sounds interesting, right? All right, so say you're renting on your own now, right? Where's that money going? That money's going to a landlord. That landlord's paying down their mortgage. They are making repairs on the property that they own. That property is most likely appreciating, which means gaining value over time, right? So most real estate transactions, actually almost all of real estate transactions that you guys are going to get involved in as a beginner homeowner or investor, whatever you want to call it, most of those transactions aren't going to be a buy and flip situation. So that means you buy it, you flip it for a higher price, and you make a big profit right away. Most of your appreciation or your gain in value is going to be happening from owning the property over time, okay? That happens from natural market appreciation. Multifamily investing, so how that can work out for you, right? So say you're a first-time home buyer, you've been renting, you've got a decent savings in the bank. You buy a house, awesome, congratulations. You've just made your purchase and your piece of the American dream. You own a home, right? That's what it's all about. You could own a home and have somebody else pay most, if not all, of your mortgage, depending on the property. How do you do that? You do that through multifamily investing. So the caveat, especially as a first-time home buyer, is you have to live in the unit that you work, that in the building that you buy. So say you buy, they're called 3-deckers around here, but say you buy a 3-family home, so one apartment stacked on the other. Pretty common in most urban areas, even some suburban urban areas and sort of the metro town center. That you live on the first floor, you got a tenant on the second floor, a tenant on the third floor. Everything's under lease, right? So the lease means that you, for whatever time that contract happens, you're golden. You have an income source right off the bat. You're earning money, you're making money with the mere fact that you just purchased a home. It's pretty great. And what that also gives you is a little bit more buying power as well. So I talked to my friends at Guarenteed Rate in Waltham and Shant's team. They're phenomenal. Available 7 days a week. I like working with them because they'll always answer whatever questions I have, even if it's with a referral or without a referral. They're very helpful on helping understand how the financial portion of the transaction works out. So that being said, how does that work, right? So they take your unit is your home, right? You're not making any income off of that. That's the property that you're paying your mortgage on. Then you have the other 2 units that you're buying that are already leased out. So you have income coming in right off the bat. So that income means that you are now taking on money and putting it into your own business. Well, you'd probably say, Ryan, I'm not a business owner. I don't own property. But you do when you buy a multifamily house, same way as you would when you buy a regular single family home. The difference is a single family home, you don't have, in most cases, somebody paying your mortgage or helping pay your mortgage for you. Whereas if you're buying in a multifamily house, if you're just moving in with yourself, most of the time you don't need a lot of space for one person. You can very easily find a unit that's big enough to host all of what you would need and maybe some of what you want too. And how it works out in the mortgage process is you don't have to be approved on your single income for all of the purchase price, right? So like if you go to buy an apartment unit that is already under financing or under lease rather, that income that's incorporated in that lease, some of it gets counted towards your income level. So you go to get a mortgage, great, fantastic. I've got 2 units, I've got a 3-family house, so I got 3 apartments, right? Unit 1, that's where I'm gonna live, first floor, easy in, easy out, no problem. Unit 2 on the second floor, that rents for, let's say, $1,000 a month. And you have Unit 3 on the third floor, also rents for $1,000 a month. It's $2,000 a month income right off the bat, right when you close on the property. So $2,000 of income a month times 12 months, that's an extra $24,000 a year in your pocket. Now, it's not really in your pocket as in the sense that it's free spending cash, but it's in your pocket in the sense that you are now have that extra 24, 25 grand, whatever you want to work with, to count towards your income. Now, you probably remember a minute ago I said they take most of it. So depending on which lender you use, typically across the board, they'll use about 60 to 75% of that income to count towards your debt to income ratio. We all remember what our debt to income ratio is, right? So when we go to buy a home, we want to pay down all our debt so that we reduce our debt to income ratio, and then that gives us more buying power. Same thing in this regard. An extra, roughly 20 grand onto our income, that increases our buying power. That reduces our debt to income ratio because our income will be higher. Our debt may or may not be, up or down, whatever, but having a higher income will reduce your debt to income ratio. It's pretty great, right? I'm going to put in the description down below. I hope this was helpful for you guys. In the description down below, I'm going to just share some of my, some of the blogs that I follow, some of the resources that I read, to kind of learn and to grow and evolve when it comes to multifamily investing. Because if you're just getting in the game and you're looking to grow a business, you got to start somewhere. And if you don't own a home yet, or if you're looking to branch out on your own, that's a great way to start, to support yourself. And then when you go to move up, so that move up seller, you're moving into a property that's bigger and that's more appropriate for you, you can go ahead and take that third unit that was where you were living, and now it becomes another income driving unit. So it's another $1,000 per month, roughly, in your income. And then you pay down your mortgage on that property as soon as possible, and you start building wealth, and then you go buy another property. And you go forth and multiply and make it grow for you